The PlayStation 1, such an awesome system, had tons of awesome games. I'm not a huge racing game fan, but Ridge Racer Type 4 is one of my favorite games on the system. It had that nice balance, you know, it wasn't exactly a simulation game, not full-on crazy arcade. It was kind of right in the middle with the way the game played, and I really enjoyed it. I love this game to this day. Today I wanted to take a quick look at the Namco Jog Con Controller for the PlayStation. Can also be used for a few other things, but this did come out alongside Ridge Racer Type 4, released in 1998. I believe there was like a special edition bundle that came with the game and the controller, but in Japan at least, I know they sold the controller separately. If you wanted to buy it, buy an extra one. Namco Active Force Controller. This thing may look funky, it may look weird, but just the way it works is pretty cool. It has like some hidden functionality as well. There's all the Japanese text. This is a Japanese version. I don't know everything it says there, but it's like force. We got some force. Grip it. There we go. So I wanted to test this thing out. Here's the actual controller itself. You have a mode button. Now, if the mode is on, that means you're going to use this thing. Now, right now, it's just kind of like freely spinning, but it has some like, I don't know, like tension in there where it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels like there's weight kind of preventing it from moving type of thing. Now, once you actually get in the game, this thing initializes and its function is pretty sweet. Now, from what I understand, there is a special mode with this. There's another controller called the Negcon. Now, the Negcon was like, I just wanted to show you the back, made in Japan, nice. The Negcon was another Namco controller, but it like twisted down the middle. I'll put a picture up on the screen. And it was used for some racing games and a few other things as well. And this, if you power up your system and you hold the mode button while you power it on, this little JogCon wheel will act as if it's the Negcon. So it won't lock in place, it'll just freely move around and it won't recenter itself like it does when you're using it in the proper mode on a game like Ridge Racer Type 4 and a few other games. Like, I think Pac-Man World, this controller works for. Ridge Racer 5 on the PS2, this controller works for. But cool that it has that little feature. So I just want to jump into this game and show you this thing in action, because this is really sweet. Highly recommend. If you're a big fan of Ridge Racer Type 4, like, this controller is just, I mean, it's cool. It's a little gimmicky, I give you that, but it's pretty sweet with the way it functions. So let's just go into time attack. I just want to demonstrate this controller real quick. Like I said, I think it's pretty cool. A little bit of an oddity. I don't think a lot of people know about this controller, but yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's take a look. Automatic transmission. I ain't trying to mess around with anything here. So once we get in the game, since I have this activated, it should trigger. Like right now, it's just kind of, like I said, it has that tension to it, but there we go. Did you see that? It just kind of, it recentered itself. Now, look at that. Like, it's like the steering wheel. Oh my God, I gotta grip this right so I could hit the brake. But you'll feel like if we were actually in a race with other vehicles, if like you were bumping on a car, like you would feel this. And you feel it like pulling. And when you're hitting stuff, like I'm not playing the greatest that I can right now because I'm just trying to demonstrate this. But yeah, if you're hitting the walls, if you're hitting anything, like it reacts. It has that feedback. You could feel it where it just wants to fight with you a little bit. All right, let's get back on the road here. I mean, you could kind of like, if you wanted to, you could use both thumbs and kind of steer it around, but it does have that little groove in there where you could just place your thumb and kind of try to steer, and it does fight with you a little bit. Not really, you know, playing the game as great as I can. This does take a little getting used to, but really, this is a cool experience to play this game this way anyway. And like I said, this controller can be used for like Ridge Racer 5 and the PS2 and a few other games. I'm sure there's articles on like Wikipedia and whatnot that explains all that. But it could also just be used as a normal controller. Like, you don't have to use the JogCon wheel. You could turn the mode off and just play games with the D-pad. You know, this game included, but just wanted to show that. I thought it was really neat just the way this like like fights with you, and it kind of it does a good job of feeling like a steering wheel. All right, let's actually try to drive. It's pretty responsive, but like I said, I feel it. Oh shit, drifting. That's what this game, you gotta learn to drift. And for me, using this, it's gonna take a little bit more getting used to. But this was the first like force feedback style steering wheel accessory for the PS1 at the time. I know a lot of other things have come out since then, but just having something like this in the grip of your hands, I think it's pretty sweet. So there you go, just a little demonstration real quick of this controller. I'm not sure what these are going for right now. You could get them all day, every day out of Japan. That's how I got mine. I ordered it from a seller in Japan. You could find like the bundles, you know, with Ridge Racer Type 4 occasionally, but it does seem those are going for quite a bit more money the last time I checked anyway. But definitely a cool one. Just wanted to share it with you guys. And I know a lot of people in my last video were asking about that little screen below the monitor. Since I broke my other monitor, I had to use this cheap computer monitor, and it doesn't have speakers, obviously. I forgot I had this this little monitor thing. It's a speaker. It's the TV from Devoom, I believe. And they're pretty cool. So I've been using that as a speaker. You could put graphics on there, use it as a clock, record audio if you really needed to animate things. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. It's like little PlayStation logos scrolling through there right now. But there you go, the Jog Con. Very interesting controller. Takes some getting used to. But overall, I thought it was an accessory for the PlayStation that was worth doing a video on. I've never played through this game using this controller. I've only ever played through it using an original PlayStation controller. But you know what? This definitely would be something to try to master, I guess. It's way different than using the D-pad. Like I know I can like turn that off. I could play a lot better just using the D-pad. But since I started the game that way, it doesn't want to switch modes. So there you go. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Neat controller. Let me know what you think down below. And with that said, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. Give you a big ass thumb butt. Bye-bye. And boom. Bye.